Every stone tossed into a pond causes ripples. The stones you have thrown have caused waves. As much as I wish to assist you, I need to think of Gideon and its safety. My spy master tells me that Councillor Vondacia still has eyes in the city, that even now we fear he is aware that we harbor the ambitions, that he gathers his cultists to assault Gideon. The presence of the ambitions puts my people at risk. Keep the ambitions safe, but we need to find a better place to hide them. Talk to the ambitions, perhaps the third one you rescued. Sombrin, was it? Evely said he wasn't locked in a vault when the cult found him. Maybe he knows more than the twins. I would never turn away anyone in need. We will protect the ambitions for as long as we can, yet I fear my legionnaires will not be able to hold off Vondacia's forces should they attack. Go to the Temple of Dibella when you're ready to talk to them. My spy master reports a flurry of activity that is troublesome, and Gideon is not the fortress it once was. Even so, my Blackfin Legion will give as good as it gets. Better even. What most concerns me is the possibility of treachery. Vondacia's family is powerful and has deep roots in Blackwood. His spies and political allies fill Gideon like wine fills a goblet. And not all of them are cultists, at least not openly. I fear the enemy we cannot see more than the one we...
Go on, Kalia. Unleash your power. Just like back in the Sanctum.
All right, if you say so.
No! Wait!
Something's wrong.
Pull back, Kalia. Pull back!
I can't!
Hold on. Let me help. There. How did you do that?
Practice. I trained to control my powers after I left my vault. When I was freed from my vault, it took months for my own power to reach such levels, and then it nearly destroyed me. I'm surprised Callie has gotten to that point so quickly after her release. Our powers grow exponentially once we leave the protection of the vaults. It's what they were constructed for. But Callie's power has advanced much faster than mine did. It almost consumed her. If not for my mentor, the same would have befallen me. When Duke Varen's forces came through, they set me free. To them, I was just another political prisoner. I wandered without a purpose for a time until my power reached a level similar to what you saw here. That's when my mentor found me. I don't see why not. Plus, it will probably be safer if the three of us leave for a while. There's an old shrine northwest of here. Let's meet there. I suggest you tell your wood elf companion where we're going. She seems like the sort to worry. Find us in the marsh to the northwest. I'll take Callie and Destron and meet you at the shrine. Don't worry, I'll protect them. The cultists won't surprise me again. Just let your wood elf friend know that we have the twins, and we'll keep them safe. I was raised in a vault, just like the twins. Isolated, ignorant of the world outside. All I knew was that I was different. Special, somehow. Duke Varen's forces set me free when I was 16. My mentor found me some months later. I fell in with mercenaries, wandering and learning to fight even as my power grew. I was beginning to lose control when my mentor appeared. She was a shaman of sorts. She taught me how to master my power, but she never referred to me as an ambition. She said she had been looking for me. She knew of Mehrunes Dagon's interests in a hidden secret and had been searching for it. But it wasn't until my power began to manifest outside the vault that she was able to locate me. She saved my life. The governor is wise. A moving target is harder to hit than a stationary one. And if we're no longer inside the city, Vandasia's cultists have no reason to attack it. I wasn't paying attention. My mentor warned me that I was going to be hunted, but I didn't listen. I returned to my old vault to see if I could learn more about who and what I am. The cultist ambushed me, knocked me out before I could respond. The governor is wise. A moving target is harder to hit than a stationary one. And if we're no longer inside the city, Vandasia's cultists have no reason to attack.
That was terrifying. I've never felt anything like that. Ever. Nothing like that ever occurred during our training in the Sanctum. What's happening to me? My gift is fire. Summoning flames is as natural as breathing. In the vault, it was always just a spark or a simple flicker. But when I tried to hit the target, I couldn't control it. The fire inside me, it wanted to grow, to spread, to feed. I'm fine. A bit lightheaded, maybe. Whatever Sombrin did, it put the fire out, at least for now. I don't like this. What if next time I summon the power, no one can help me extinguish it? I could hurt Destron. I could burn Gideon to the ground.
Our power seems to be getting stronger. Harder to control. If not for Sombrin, Kalia's own power might have consumed her. Is this our punishment for abandoning our sanctum? No, probably not. But we're definitely getting stronger. You saw what I did in the sanctum. My power is lightning, but after seeing how Kalia lost control, I'm hesitant to use it out here. I will, though, if I'm called upon to defend my...
There are brilliant minds in Gideon, and for that, I am grateful.
What?
Hey, I'm over here. Keshu told me to take a thinking break. It helps to take a break sometimes, you know? From thinking, so you can think better later. Anyway, how are the ambitions doing? Have you figured out a better place to hide them? Well, that sounds bad, obviously. What happened? Oh, I knew there was a reason we plucked him out of Vandasia's fortress in the Deadlands. I mean, other than preventing a human sacrifice. So who is this helpful person? Stick close to them. You need to keep the ambitions safe and out of Vandasia's clutches. While you're away, I'm going to continue helping Keshu's Blackfin Legion. And I want...
So, this is the Divalosium. Just what I expected.
It's too late to put it back now.
Do you happen to know where we are? I've gotten lost in more than just my thoughts.
All I ask is that you all keep an open mind.
That's a Dremora.
Sombrin, what's going on here?
Easy,
Interesting.
everyone.
I didn't expect to hear from Sombrin again after he left, despite my advice. But to find him in the presence of a powerful mortal and 2 other ambitions. But where are my manners? Greetings, mortal. I am Zyna. And so I did. I sensed his need and offered my assistance. He learned well, and as he will tell you, I never betrayed him. Is that why he has summoned me? Because those other 2 ambitions now face the same danger that almost consumed him? Then you must bring them to my sanctuary. They are far more than anything you can imagine. I helped Sombrin because I didn't want to see him fall into Mehrunes Dagon's hands, or destroy himself with his own power. I will do the same for the others. I hide in the deadlands. Yes, Dagon's realm. But I have ways to protect us. Before you bring them, they must be attuned to this realm. Find slivers of the deadlands lodged in your world. Sombrin will show you how to use them to attune the ambitions.
As I said, Zyna helped me. And she can help Kalia and Destron. You just have to trust her. And if you can't trust her, trust me. Forgive me, but in my experience, most of Nirn takes a dark view of Dremora. Zyna found me when I was at my worst. If she wanted me dead, she could have killed me years ago or just let me destroy myself. Instead, she helped me, taught me control. Oh, of that I'm certain. Competition in the Deadlands is fierce, especially among the non-aligned Dremora. I know that she seeks allies to call upon when the need arises. Having 3 ambitions who owe you a favor? Oh, that's like gold to Zyna. Let me mark your map. Zyna told me where to find these slivers of the Deadlands when I needed them. Dagon cultists often enshrine these shards whenever they find them. You'd be surprised how often chunks of Oblivion make their way to Nirn. I'll describe the process when you return. I need to prepare a portal at a place where the planar boundaries are thin. Take Kalia and Destron and gather the slivers. Then I can attune them to the Deadlands. I also marked where to meet me on your map. Our powers interact strangely with the natural forces of the Deadlands. That's why we need to be attuned. Of course, I underwent the process years ago. Now we must help the twins do the same. Keep them safe, then meet me on the road south of Gideon. No, you're not an ambition. Besides, you've been to the Deadlands already and suffered no ill effects. If the twins attempted that before we attuned them, the plane would rip them apart. Our power is connected to Mehrunes Dagon in some way. I'm not entirely sure. I just know that there's some element of Mehrunes Dagon inside us, and it wants to return whence it came. I think that's what Von Dacia hoped to accomplish by killing me. Anyway, I'd rather not see that happen to any of us.
I suppose we must trust in Sombrin's experience. He knows quite a lot more about our powers than we do. Does it matter? I felt the power inside me when I lost control back at the temple. I couldn't stop it. If Sombrin hadn't suppressed my flames, I would have ignited the city. Unless you know another way to fix me, I don't think we have a choice.
Let's find these objects from the Deadlands as Sombrin's mentor suggested. If it helps keep me and my sister alive, we've got to try it, no matter the risk. No, but I never heard of ambitions either before all this began. Can you believe it, Kalia? We're going to be great heroes.
What's heroic about being consumed by our own powers?
Zyna taught Sombrin to control his powers. She'll do the same for us.
If the cultists or our own powers don't kill us first.
Come now, sister. Where's your sense of adventure?
What if Zyna only wants to use us for our power, Destron?
She can't force us. You heard her. She needs allies, and we're as powerful as they come.
I've read the stories. Pacts with Daedra never turn out well.
I'll protect you, Kalia. You have my word.
Silly little brother. I'm the one who protects you.
You're barely older, only by a moment. Two slivers of the Deadlands, one for each of us. Mission accomplished.
I fear it just gets more difficult from here.
You worry about everything. Let's go meet Sombrin.
You going to enchant something with that? Can I watch?
Destron, stop! This is serious!
Relax, Kalia. We're on an adventure.
Destron, be serious. Our own powers could destroy us.
That won't happen. I won't let it.
It might not be up to you.
Kalia, we'll figure this out.
You found the Deadland slivers? Good. I set up the portal at the top of the hill behind me. Alatun, Kalia, and Dest. I need you to deal with a complication for me. Creatures were drawn to the hillside by my actions. Could you make sure the path to the top is clear? The last thing we need is for some mundane and random threat to provoke a response from Kalia or Destron.
Don't underestimate that.
Just like we discussed, focus on the slivers of deadlands.
It's working!
I've never traveled by portal before.
Quick, step inside. Follow when you're ready, friend.
I greet you, mortal. As with Sombrin, I shall do all that I can to aid the twins. But first, they must survive the Ashen Forest. They must walk the path of the obelisks. Before I can teach them to contain their power, they must first come to understand it. The path of the obelisks will help them do so. They must visit the 3 ancient oracles and learn the truths that each will reveal. Protect the twins from the dangers of the forest. They cannot unleash their power safely until they have learned to control it. At each obelisk, you will bear witness to the truths they learn. Come to me when all is said. The power of these 2 ambitions grows with every passing moment. You must hurry. The path begins to the northwest. Look for the obelisks of origin, empowerment, and inevitability. Each will... I cannot say for certain. Their truths are their own, not mine. Yet I know that they must walk this path. A mortal cannot become what they are meant to be without first understanding what they are. Much remains hidden from these 2 ambitions. The Dremora of my clan have dwelt in the Deadlands for ages uncounted. This is the seat of my power, just as it is Mehrunes Dagon's. My purposes, however, are my own. Allegiances among Daedra are not as simple as they are in the mortal world. Let us just say that I do not wish to see Mehrunes Dagon succeed in this endeavor. The ambitions must not fall into his hands. I cannot say for certain. Their truth...
Watch out!
Well done!
Keep it away!
That must have hurt.
Bet they weren't expecting that.
You're unstoppable! That must be the first obelisk.
Prepare. Something's happening.
The babes are asleep? How? I couldn't get the boy to stop bawling.
I fed the twins until they were full and exhausted.
Your Majesty, welcome. The babes are healthy and strong.
As commanded, my Emperor. She bore twins.
As Mehrunes Dagon commanded, so it has been done.
Our parents and the High Priest? I don't understand. Take that, foul creature!
Why are they attacking us?
If only I could assist you.
Waiting to try this spell out.
I suppose this is the obelisk of empowerment.
Activate it.
Starting.
Time for the final ritual, my Emperor.
Proceed, High Priest.
O Mehrunes Dagon, Prince of ambition and destruction, imbue these infants with your power! Let it ripen and grow within these vessels until the appointed time.
As Dagon wills
Let it be done.
Our parents were sacrificed to Mehrunes Dagon? Why? Foul thing. Leave us be.
Well done.
Is it over?
That must have hurt.
Look out!
Want to die? Am I in trouble?
unstoppable! Take that, foul creature! That portal opened on its own. Suppose we should step inside.
Must be the day you learn you are destined to fail. How long ago was it when I crushed you and claimed the ambitions for myself? It must be rather depressing to see that all your efforts were in vain, that my victory is inevitable. Visions. You must understand the forces with which you meddle. Given your failures before you died, that doesn't surprise me. You entered the portal at the obelisk of inevitability in the Deadlands. What could be more inevitable than the future? Look around and see for yourself. The very fact that you stand before me proves that you didn't stop me. You didn't save the ambitions. You didn't save it. Look who stands behind me. Look at the throne on which I sit. Mehrunes Dagon may be the master of all Nirn, but he has given me Tamriel as my reward. From High Rock to Morrowind, all bow to my will.
Mercenary, time to go. Through the portal, quickly.
Vandacia. He had us displayed like trophies.
We saw our future. We're doomed.
Snap out of it. What you saw was just one possible inevitability. Nothing is set in stone.
I didn't think that was how my story was going to end. I really thought we were going to win. Isn't it? You saw the Prince of Destruction. How can we hope to fight something like that, let alone his High Priest? Maybe it's better if we just let our powers consume us. At least then Vandacia won't be able to claim us. Now you sound like Kalia and Sombrin. You're right, though. We have power beyond anything Vandacia possesses. That's why he wants us. Once Zaina teaches us to control it, we'll be unstoppable. All right.
Vandacia is going to win. We saw ourselves. He was drawing power from us, like sipping wine from a chalice. But you saw how Vandacia looked. Strong, powerful, and Mehrunes Dagon looking down on us. How do we I don't... Can it really be that simple? Was that...
The obelisk of inevitability reveals just one possible future. We're dealing with forces beyond our understanding. It was always the perils of visiting oracles.
Mortal who bore witness for the twin ambitions, let us speak. We can finally greet each other in person, mortal. Before we begin the process that will permit the twins to control their powers, I must ask you a single question. Why does one who abhors Mehrunes Dagon care what happens to his ambitions? A noble sentiment, but they are more than just people. They are powerful weapons. Dagon's priest imbued them with a portion of the Lord of Destruction's own energy when they were born. It has grown and intensified in the intervening years. Imagine that each ambition is like a mortal bank. Instead of gold, the priest deposited a portion of Dagon's energy inside them. That energy grew with them, compounding and doubling year after year like interest on your savings. It also transformed. In every way, what was once just of Oblivion became mixed with Nirn. Now that energy is a part of both realms. And that is why Mehrunes Dagon wants it back. It will give him the connection to Nirn that he so greatly desires. Their power is like a volcano, building until released as an explosion or a lava flow. One is catastrophic, the other merely destructive. I will delay the eruptions while teaching them to dissipate and maintain control. You may observe, of course. We must begin the ritual at once. This way.
Stay close, friend. I'll feel better knowing you're nearby. What's happening? What's going on?
Zaina, what are you doing?
Helping you fulfill your purpose. Your ambitions. You belong to Mehrunes Dagon.
Oh. What happened? No! Zaina! Damn it! You betrayed... Damn her! Zaina betrayed us and cast us into the spider nest! It's a dungeon beneath her sanctuary. She sends her enemies here to die. But we aren't her enemies. She saved my life many times. If she'd wanted to hurt me, I don't want to believe that. But I heard what she said too. And she completely drained my energy. I can't call upon my power until it recharges. We need to find a way out of here. We need to get to Kalia and First things first. I need to restore my power. Let me think. Zaina told me about an old foe she destroyed, tossed them into this place and kept their skull as a trophy. It may hold enough energy to recharge my power immediately. The skull is in the treasure chamber. You can get there through the east door, retrieve it, and meet me at the door in the north. When you find me, I'll be in a meditative state. Present the skull, and I'll do the rest. Menthyx, an ancient rival. Challenging him was one of the last tasks Zaina assigned to me as she trained me to control my power. Together, we vanquished Menthyx and left his bones in the... Zaina did something to Menthyx to chain his essence here forever. She kept him from coming back by trapping his power here, below her temple. That's also why the skull She probably didn't want to have to deal with 3 ambitions and you at the same time. She needs our powers at their full strength for whatever she has planned. Eventually. But probably not before she completes whatever she has in mind. The skull contains the trapped essence of a powerful Daedric lord. If Zaina had simply killed her rival... You heard Zaina.
You were amazing!
feel the residual energy. Hold the skull toward me, please. While my power finishes recharging, take a look at what I found. I left it over there. All right, I'm ready. Follow me. We have to stop Zyna. Attack! She's doing something to the twins!
Too late. Lord Dagon will reward me for securing
Oh,
the
no, Kalia
ambitions
Destron.
belong to Lord
You deal
Dagon.
with Zyna.
Their power is for him alone. Master will reward me for destroying you. Truly understood the nature of the ambition. I will not fail my lord and CriT.
Zyna. She was going to sacrifice us to Mehrunes Dagon.
Sombrin, how could you bring us to this monster?
She wasn't like this. I didn't know.
Destron, help me open a portal. Like Sombrin showed us on the hilltop.
This wasn't how it was supposed to turn out. Come on. Let's go after them. Zyna, she never gave me any indication that she was going to betray us. That she was involved in our creation and wanted to sacrifice us to Mehrunes Dagon. At least the twins don't appear to be in imminent danger of exploding. Let me take another look at Zyna's contracts. Yes, it's here. Zyna used a holy book to show Von Dacia how to create the 4 ambitions. Could it have been the Mysterium Xarxis? She was always loyal to Dagon. Hopefully, they're either still locked in a vault or wandering free like I was. I hate to think that Von Dacia captured them while we were busy elsewhere. I'm not sure what we should do next. I hope you're right, but I can't see a way ahead from here. If all else fails, we'll destroy ourselves before we let Dagon win. We're the keys to unlock the barriers between here and the Deadlands. Kalia and Destron. They have no reason to trust me. Not anymore. But I'll still protect them. And somehow, I'll find a way to earn their trust again. Whatever Zyna did to prepare them to be sacrificed, it seems to have dampened their power. How long that will last, I have no idea. I'll try to train the twins as Zyna trained me. If all else fails, I'm sorry. I had no idea Zyna meant to betray us.
She wanted to kill us, Sombrin. An apology isn't going to cut it.
Destron, Zyna betrayed Sombrin too.
Because he was stupid enough to trust her.
I will make this right. I promise.
Let's return to the temple. I shouldn't be discussing
garrison the street.
Gideon is... You return at a grim moment, mercenary. While you were gone, word reached us that the Waking Flame is gathering an army. I fear it will soon march on Gideon. But we are all in danger. At least you kept the ambitions safe. I thank you for that. Concerning the cult, Evely and I have made plans. But first, I want you to have this. Compensation for the work you have done up... The Order of the Waking Flame has cast a net around Gideon. Von Dacia is gathering an army, including guards from the garrison who were loyal to him all along. He knows the ambitions were here, and that they have now returned. A word, mercenary?